Hello, friends. It's Dr. Winterstein coming to you live from my office here in Madison, Wisconsin. As part of Productivity Week, you may have taken a look at the video I posted that was a remake of an old NATA presentation I've made. I sometimes get questions if I'm still adhering to a lot of the things in that video, and while I do my best, there's a few things that have been more challenging than others. So I thought what I might do as a supplement today is just give you a little tour of the office and show you a few things that I think have been helpful for me and continue to be helpful for me. So if I turn my camera around just a little bit, you're going to see that I do still keep a Kanban board, and there are a couple of things on there that are reminders for myself. One of the things I've grown very fond of is this thing that's called the 3 times rule, 3 times and fix the system. So what I mean by that is if I encounter the same problem 3 times in a row, then it's kind of on me. Something's clearly wrong with the system if I'm encountering something 3 times in a row. So a little example of that is I kept bumping into the same problem as I was trying to get information back for my new applicants to my AT program from our grad school. And once this happened a few times, it felt like we had to do something different in the fix to make sure we were communicating a certain way. So if you see the same thing popping up over and over again, I limit myself for 3 times, and then we sort of take it from there. So that's kind of the 3 times rule. I very much do like to, remind myself, give myself some affirmations, things like that. Here's one I'm trying to get much better at. Let me see if I can get it in the frame. This one says time, energy, and attention. I've only got so much of those 3 things. So it says think before you say yes. I think one of the best productivity tools we can have is the protection of our own time. If I scoot around my office a little bit, turn the phone around again, you'll see I'm a big fan, other than the fishing and wristwatch memorabilia in my office, but I'm a big fan of using the whiteboards to try to put a lot of things visually in front of me that I don't want to forget. I have 2 pretty good sized whiteboards in my office that I try to make sure if I want to keep some things under my nose. You know, I've tried written to-do lists, I have digital to-do lists, and I do have some things that have digital reminders when it's time to get something done. But the combination of the Post-it notes on the board, and I really like the satisfaction on the board of trying to move the Post-it note to the done pile, as well as when I can cross something off the board. I think that's very satisfying. So putting things under your nose where you're not going to forget them, building a system that has some reminders, writing some things down that are important to you to just keep you thinking. I think those are as good a productivity habits as I've tried to come up with. And then I'm a big fan of big questions. You might have seen that on my parts of the syllabus or some of the weekly things. I keep some big questions posted up on our board. Some of these say, that we don't pay the tax for the jerks. We fix problems, we don't live with them. And another reminder about the 3 times rule. A big question that I ask myself and that I try to ask my faculty when we meet from time to time, what is it that sets us apart? What makes us different? And that how can we be better? This idea that if we only meet the minimum standards, we may be on a path to mediocrity. So just a few things in my office. I'll give you guys a tour. I'm a big fan of saving little things, everything from family things to stickers to things that people have given me, little reminders to make my work environment helpful. I'm a big fan of fishing, so this is a replica of a fish I caught. And then, the requisite photos, pictures, some professional plaques and things like that. Anyway, that's a little trip around my office. Lots of takeaways. The email beast is very hard to tame. It's I don't know if it's impossible, but it's something that is aspirational for me. I'm always trying to get better with the email. I like to put visual things in my office that I can stay on top of. And then when I find some of these little quotes or sayings or or guidelines, I'll put them under my nose and to remind myself, like, maybe you're not following that as best you can. I hope you're enjoying Productivity Week. I'm really looking forward to reading people's midterms following next week. We've got some new things we're posting for everybody for next week, trying some different things, and keep up the good work in the class. Try not to fall behind, and thanks for indulging me in this little video.